Hello guys, what is going on? My name is Luke and we're back on Formality Gamers. We're doing the F1 Global Mania series and so we're on episode 4 now. Still in Australia, but this time we're doing the race to wrap up the Australia weekend. So I think the next race is in Malaysia, and as you've seen in qualifying we didn't do too well. We didn't do too bad either, but we're starting 10th on the grid, and so we got a good race up ahead for you guys. And yeah, so around the date of this video, in the real life F1 world, you would have seen that Monaco was the recent track. And I actually did watch that, guys. I watched every single lap near enough. Sometimes I went for a toilet break and then my little cousin came around or whatever. But you know what? I'd pretty much watched 78 laps of the whole race, and it was absolutely amazing. You had Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton fighting it against each other. And it was a really good race, guys. But before we carry on with the race, let's have a little talk about this race in particular on F1 2013. So as you can see, we're just coming out of the pit now to start on the grid, and so we're in 10th place, as I mentioned earlier, and in the Toro Rosso. Now the Toro Rosso doesn't really push very well, and I don't know whether that's gonna well, I don't know if it's me, guys, because I went on F1 the other day and I'm getting like a lot better lap times than I would on here. I'm getting like 128s and 127s and stuff, and on here I get 132, so it's like, I don't know. So anyways, as you can see here, full revs at the end of the light, and we're going for it. So the start was a bit edgy, the car started to pull away, but then we got back due to slipstream and stuff, and you see Gutierrez on the left there coming in, and Di Resta. But you see we outbrake quite a few people. We stayed behind though, trying to be as clean as I possibly can. But that puts us into 15th place, 16th Vern there, and 17th there. But oh no, wait, no. And as you can see, every corner counts. I mean, the difficulty, I agree, is on like intermediate, so it's not going to be too hard or too much of a challenge. If you want me to bump up the difficulty, guys, then let me know. I don't mind doing it. But we're in P7 now, and I think that's Massa in front of us. So as you can see, I'm trying to outbrake everybody that I possibly can. Without trying to pick up too much marbles on the wheels, but it's really hard. And right behind me you got Rosberg, and I'm trying my best to defend and trying to get up there. Tried to outbrake Massa, but he's got me again, trying to slipstream as well. So it's just like a combination of that, guys, trying my absolute best to push and push and push as hard as we possibly can, to see if we can finish on the podium. So this chicane right here, I've got used to this a lot since I've been playing this a bit more. I've been playing on Kyle on F1, and we've been getting used to this track, and we've been going through a co-op season together to see if we can get the achievements and stuff like that. But yeah, so as you can see, that was a really edgy corner. The car started to kick out there, which gave Rosberg an advantage, and he's still right behind me. As you can see, the arrow is pointing that he's that close to me. So but we try our best, and the car's a bit all over the place at this stage, and we're only on lap 1 now. It might just be my driving, guys, but the car was like hitting out near enough everywhere, and it was just a horrible experience. But we're trying our best. We're P7th, and and that's that. But going back to Monaco then, guys, in real life, as you can see, that is the track of the traffic. It's so busy everywhere, it's so tight, it's so easy to hit off, and and your race is over, which did actually happen to, I can't remember exactly who it was now. I think it was Sutil, I think. It might have been, yeah, I think it was Sutil, but I might have that wrong, because I did watch it. I'm just trying to recall the race. But the race finished with Rosberg in first and Lewis Hamilton in second, but there is a lot of tension between those two drivers, guys, because Lewis Hamilton recently was talking to Natalie Pinkham, is it, or Port, I don't know what her name is. She's with Sky Sports, and she said, how in terms of like the battling that you two have done, how does that affect your friendship? And Lewis Hamilton turned around and said, we're not friends, we're colleagues. But they used to be friends, I'm sure they did. Lewis is saying how he's known Nico for years and stuff. So it makes me wonder now that this battle between the championship has ruined their friendship, and I guessed it would ever since they're battling against each other, because they're both taking it quite serious, especially Lewis. He wants to win, he's a winner and he's a fighter, and if it carries on like this, then that's how it's going to end. But as you can see, a lovely little takeover there with Massa and me. Corner, I timed it very well, came in on the inside, I think, or the outside. I'd say it was the in because he was on the out, and yeah, so we're in P6, so pushing as hard as we possibly can, trying to use that curse, trying to use everything we've got. But the car's speed is quite slow. I mean, as you can see, it was picking up about 169 miles per hour there. So, I mean, in the other cars, they can push out like 185. So it's not very good on straight line speeds. It's alright around the corners though. So the downforce is pretty good around the corners, I would say. So yeah, we're on lap 3 out of 15. And I think the 25% of the overall track length is quite good for these videos, guys, because they're just under half an hour, and you guys get an experience of what they're each like. So I'll show you guys all the tracks, and yeah, most for us. So I don't know whether that was quite dirty, and I paid for that as well, which put me back into 6th with Webber there. Car managed to kick out, and then that lost me a lot of time. But as you can see here, I was getting a bit irritated at this stage. I mean, yeah, I could push harder and I could do my corners better and everything, but seeing Massa and stuff like that straight behind me and gaining and gaining and gaining, it just made me think, you know, I'm not getting on well with this car. And I think, guys, at this stage, I think if there's a career offer on the table, then I will take it. But what happens with F1 usually is that they don't really offer you a contract until the end of the season for next season. So, but we'll see how we get on, guys. You know, we'll see if we can push harder and harder and harder, and yeah, we'll see how things turn out for us, guys. So as you can see, I'm at 133.6 there, and I'm losing time, 1.2 seconds on my best lap, I think. Yeah. So, you know, we need to pick up the pace pretty quick. But yeah, so Vettel this weekend, his car was losing a lot of power, so he was out of the race. Ricciardo toward the end was gaining on Hamilton, but apparently Hamilton had a bit of dust in his visor, which meant that he was driving a bit poorly, which meant that Ricciardo could gain on him. But as you can see here, we're getting on Matt Webber again. We're trying our best, and we did it this time, guys. We did it. As you can see, we just did it. He's still trying to fight back, but we are in front, and that's put us in P5. So at this stage, I'm thinking, well, you know, I want more and more and more. I want to get higher and higher and higher. And we've got to push and push and push. You see, I've used all my curves. I'm trying my best here. And, you know, we've got to see if it works out. So we're up to race pace. So we've knocked off 0.3 seconds of race pace. So we're doing pretty well. We just have to keep on pushing and pushing, I think. Oh, I think green's the race pace. I'm sure I looked at this the other day on F1, that green is the race pace and purple is your personal best. But I don't know if that's the other way around, but I don't know. Let me know what that is, guys, if you know. But I thought green was the race pace. But as you can see here, guys, the car, as you can see, look, the tyres are red. They're worn out. So my car isn't pushing and pushing. So cars are now going to gain on me very much, and they want me to pit this lap, so I have to try and defend my absolute best in order to stay where I am and go in the pit. I mean, this is what's horrible about F1 2013. I mean, don't get me wrong, tyre wear is real, and especially with Pirelli tyres. I mean, they have improved this year in 2014, but they were a bit edgy in 2013. So I can understand where Codemaster's got this from, but as a gamer, it feels really unfair that the tyres really end up like this. I mean, you're only on lap 5. I mean, I know the race is really short, but it happens on 100%. I do them. I mean, I recently did Monaco on 2013, 78 laps, and it was horrible, guys. I finished 4th though, but it was horrible because the tyres kept wearing out everywhere, and then you used to go in the pit early, and then you'd go in the pit another 2 times, and just because of the tyres. And it's that ruined it, I guess. But I mean, my tyres are near enough wearing out, but I'm keeping up to pace with these guys. But I'm pushing my absolute best. As you can see, I'm going over the apexes. I'm just pushing and pushing, so I can at least get up there with these 2 guys. And as you can see, I'm literally behind them. There isn't much between me and Alonso. But I have to pit in this lap, and I'm not sure if anyone else pits. We'll see. Oh, see, that ruined it, guys. That ruined my race. I think that ruined it. I mean, P9. Oh, see what I mean, guys? That was really, really bad. I don't know what that was. I mean, I don't know if that was me. Like, you know, if I this is quite good though, seeing all these pits and stuff. But yeah, I don't know if that was me then. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know if that was me doing the corner wrong, or whether that was the game tyre wear. And I was really angry at the time. because now I'm P12th, and yeah, I have to try and put. Oh, you see, that was quite bad out of the pits there. I should have braked and let Hulkenberg fully get through, but we don't get a penalty for that, although we shouldn't really tap him. But you know, what's done is done, I guess, guys. But you know, so we're trying now. We have to try our best to try and push the car to a level that we can, and you know, into what I can do, guys. But it's a big shame that like one corner messed everything up. I mean, I don't know if I would have finished first, but we were seriously pushing, guys. As you guys seen, I was trying my absolute best, and then when I spun out, it was kind of it. I mean, with these videos, guys, they're all pre-recorded because I'm not very good at talking and racing when I want to push. I get kind of put off sometimes, and it doesn't really work very well. But I think these videos are a little bit better. But I'm not going to spoil it for you guys and where I finish. There is hints and stuff, but I'm not going to fully tell you guys until the end of the video where you can see it yourselves. So, but yeah, so I'm still got the tyre icon up because I'm thinking, you know, can we actually push now or not? You know, but it seems a lot better now. That's what happens with this game. As soon as you get new tyres, everything feels really smooth. And you get these little skids and stuff, but that's what I've seen that in Monaco when I watch the real race. You know, you do see it, and it obviously is realistic. So yeah, so we're in 9th place now, thanks to those guys in the pits, and we don't have another pit stop, so we have to make these tyres last. I mean, making tyres last on 2013, you're kidding, right? But you know, we have to try our best, guys, and you know, see what the outcome is going to be. But to be honest, Toro Rosso feels good, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a car to really push. I mean, I was pushing earlier, but when you really want to push the car, it's not that good. And remember that we're only on intermediate difficulty as well, guys. So if we were on like hard or legendary, we would not stand a chance against these guys, in my opinion. I mean, I am playing F1 like without recording it and like on my personal profile and stuff to try and get better for you guys, but even though, I mean, I've recently started to play 2012 again because I felt that one I got on a lot better with that game. But you know, 2013 is really good, and I do like it and stuff, but I get on better with 2012 because the tyre wear isn't as extreme as it is on here. But you know, I don't know, we have to get on with it, and you know, we'll see what we get. So coming down here for the lap, and we got a 130, 2.534, so it's still off my best lap, but only by like 0.2 of a second, I think, something like that, just a little bit over, I think. But yeah, I don't know. But this season, guys, as you guys may have seen, that Marussia got their first 2 points, and so they were celebrating that in Monaco, because every other racers and stuff they got out, and I think it was Max Chilton who finished 14th, which got them 2 points in the constructors championship. And as you can see, we've got a purple sector there, guys, and I was quite shocked when I seen that. So that makes me wonder, is that, if I do get that, is that going to be a race best, or is that just going to be a personal best? Like, you know, like the overall race lap time, the best one. But you know, we'll have to see, really. I mean, I'm trying to push with Hulkenberg there, and as you can see, I've got a pretty bad purple sector there, a 666, which obviously is known as the devil's number and whatnot. But yeah, so we're nearly 1 second off my lap time, and we're near enough the end of the race lap, so we'll see how it goes. And as you can see, around here, the car is performing very, very well. So you know, I do get on well with Toro Rossos occasionally, and then sometimes I don't. That corner was alright. I'm trying my best to stick to the racing line, and hopefully that pays off for us. So we're on a 130, so we're on a 131.8, so that's 0.5 off Hamilton's time. So as you can see, we're kind of up to the pace now a little bit. So yeah, we're trying to gain on Hulkenberg right here. We're just in 1 second of him, but there doesn't seem to be a DRS for us. which is a bit weird. But as you see, we're right behind him now, guys. I'm trying not to spin out, and I'm trying to keep things under control to take him. So we're there, we're getting the slipstream. He's trying to defend, and I'll try and outbrake him, which we do. There we go, guys. That's put us into P8, and that was quite nice. I like that. But anyways, here we go again. We're trying to push and push and push right now. So Rosberg's next, but he was gaining on us before. So can we get past him? I don't know. Let's see what we can do. But yeah, not a fantastic start to the season, guys. I agree with that. You know, but hopefully next race we'll see if we can qualify on the podium, or at least just under that, because I don't want to just scrape into Q3 again like we did last time, and finish 10th as well on the grid. So, but you know, we had an alright start, but the thing that messed us up was the entering into the pit stop around that last corner. But you know, these things happen, and we just have to live on from it. So yeah, but they are pulling away now. So I've lost a lot of pace, and so Hamilton again 131.2, and then I end up putting in a 132.9. So we're 1.1 seconds off our last lap. So you know, it made me think, come on, we need to really push. And after a slight practice in Australia, Melbourne, on like my personal gamer tag, yeah, workout. Yeah, excuse me, guys. A bit tired there, but yeah, I'm getting all right around this track. So we'll see it, but we'll see how the other races go as well. And so we're on lap 10 now, so we've got 5 more laps to go through, and then the race is over. But yeah, going back to Marussia and in the team in general, Max Chilton. I genuinely think that he has potential. I think Marussia needs to go back to the drawing board though, and you know, think, well, we don't have the best car, but can we get a car that can compete? I mean, I don't know whether funding's I don't know what the issue is over there, whether it's funding or what. I mean, of course it's amazing to be in F1, and especially for Max Chilton to be an F1 driver. I mean, what an accomplishment. But I reckon that they could push harder, you know. They're better than Caterham in my opinion. And I reckon they could maybe compete with BMW Sauber, but you know, I mean, I don't know that for sure. Are they in this season? I think they are, aren't they, Sauber? But yeah, I think they could do better, but they just need a bit more team effort maybe. And Hamilton there with another best lap, so he's going in for this race, you know what I mean, literally he's going in for it. But yeah, I think they have potential. I just think they need to sort out, like, they need a designer like Adrian Newey or someone, you know, someone with that kind of skill that can maybe help them around the track a bit more, you know. I mean, driver is what it's all about as well. You obviously need a good driver, but I think Max Chilton has that capability. I just think that the car's not fast enough for him. But let me know what you guys think in the description. That was a bad corner. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about Max Chilton and Marussia as a whole team. I mean, everybody kind of laughs at them, you know. I mean, apparently Mercedes were going past their garage and, you know, giving them a thumbs up and just congratulating them as they were given 2 points, which is said on Sky Sports F1. So, you know, everybody's nice to them and stuff, but I think if they want to compete a bit more, they should. They shouldn't stick at the back of the grid all the time, and they could get more points. But we'll see if they end up with more points this season. But a lot of cars are retiring. Everybody still needs to get used to that new Renault engine, and you know, obviously Ferrari's got their own. But yeah, I think people just need to get a bit more used to it. And I think Red Bull, they can't get their power unit to work, which I think is losing their pace quite a lot. But you know, with regards to the power unit not working very well with the car, they're doing exceptionally well. Like, Ricciardo's getting some good times in, and so is Sebastian Vettel. So yeah, I think apparently Mercedes are doing well with their power unit, but maybe if Red Bull get their power unit sorted, then they could push harder. I'm not entirely sure though. It could be a number of factors, but as we know, Mercedes are ruling this season so far. So, you know, but the next track is Montreal in Canada, and I cannot wait for that track. Yeah, I love Canada. I think it's excuse me, guys. Yeah, I can't wait for that track. I think it's going to be amazing. I love racing on that track on games like this, F1. and I love seeing it as well. It's a brilliant race, and a brilliant track, and hopefully someone else can maybe win it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love seeing Hamilton up there. Seeing a Brit up there it's great to see. And it's also great to see another team being up there rather than Red Bull every season. Because that's what we've had to live for. Well, that's what we did have to live for last season, and then the season before that. Well, the past 4 seasons have been Red Bulls. So, yeah, I guess you can understand that it's now good to see someone else up in the chain, rather than just seeing Red Bull there all the time, you know? So, but yeah. So, I think F1's going quite well this season. In regards to... Oh, sorry guys. I should probably do these videos when I'm feeling a bit more up to it, but... Well, when, you know, a bit less tired and stuff, but... Yeah, I think... you know, it's going a really good season so far, but as I was saying, in regards to the car noise, I forgot what I was saying there. The car noises, they're alright. You can really hear them turbos. Yeah, that is something you definitely can hear this season. Which they do sound really nice. The engine sound, obviously I can see where everybody's coming from now, where they're being a bit too quiet and stuff, and yeah, you know what I mean, I get it, I understand where everybody's coming from now, and I guess you can understand that we do prefer the old engine sound, but they changed the regulations, which means that those engines are meant to sound like that. So, you know, I don't really mind it though. I just love seeing the F1 cars around. I mean, Force India has changed their colour from white and orange to black and orange now. I think it looks alright. I think I prefer the white paint though that they've done before, but you know, it's up to them as a team, and whatever they prefer, you know. So yeah. McLaren are doing pretty bad this season as well, which is a bit of a shame. I don't really know what's going on there, because Button, he's an amazing driver, and so is Magnussen's done really well this season as well, actually. Yeah, them two McLaren, McLaren's a good team, but over the years they've kind of lost their pace. Kind of since Hamilton left, they kind of lost their pace a little bit, so I don't know whether they've got plans and stuff to make things a lot better, and maybe get up there a bit more in the constructors maybe. But Ferrari doing pretty well, and Kimi Raikkonen's doing really well this season too, and Alonso. Apparently Ferrari done a press conference where all it was really was to just say how Fernando Alonso is the best driver in the world, apparently, and apparently he gives it 200% every race. But apparently they only launched a press conference just for that. And I don't know about you guys, but, well, in my opinion, he isn't the best driver in the world. He's an exceptionally good driver, but I wouldn't say he was the best driver in the world. I'd say maybe someone like Michael Schumacher or Ayrton Senna or Alain Prost was probably the best driver in the world, but not Alonso. Not in my opinion, anyway. Maybe you guys, let me know what you guys think. Who would you say, in your opinion, is your favourite driver in the whole world? But if you look at Ayrton Senna, when in his day, he was absolutely incredible, and yeah, not much more to say. If you don't know who he is, for any of you guys out there, then I really highly suggest typing his name into YouTube and look at his old times in the F1 car. He's incredible, and it's a shame, and rest in peace to him, that he had to die in that awful crash that day. But back to this, so guys, we've got Hulkenberg right behind me. I think this is our finishing position, 8th. It's not great. We've only finished 2 places above what the qualifying was, and obviously we had that bad spin out which cost me the whole race. But you know, never mind, we move on from it. All my main objective is now is to keep Hulkenberg off me in whatever way I can. I'm not that dirty, guys, so if he does come to pass me, I'll kind of let him through. If I'm not going to defend like really stupid so we can't even get through or whatever. I'm not going to be like that. But you know, if I can't get past him, then I can't get past him. No, sorry, if he can't get past me, then he can't get past me. But I'm not going to defend illegally, kind of thing, you know, illegal blocking, whatever. But you know, we've got a little bit of a gap, and so he's 0 point, just under a second. So we're still keeping it there. Bit of a mistake there from me, but the car is still pulling along, and we're coming into the final corners of the race. So Lewis Hamilton has won it there. So, but we'll see what we can do in Malaysia, guys. I think that's the second track, and yeah, hopefully we can see what we do. So see the last corner coming up right now. Bad spin out there, but here we go. We're coming through now, and that is where we do finish, guys. So there's your spoiler. Amazing spoiler, isn't it? P8th, but yeah, I think we got a good lap in to the other people. Jean-Eric Vergne getting, I think, what was that, 15th? So as you can see, the lap was alright. Beat some of the other guys, but Vettel and everyone else was on their game today. We got 4 points in the Drivers' Championship now. But yeah, so there's your Drivers' Championship, guys. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, leave me a like, comment and subscribe if you did, and I shall see you guys in the next ones.